I'm Trina and welcome to my humble homestead and garden side chat. Today I am going to meal prep and continue I have such brain fog today, you guys are gonna have to bear with me. I'm feeling really, I'm feeling the effects of even just doing day one. So today I am going to meal prep and do the AIP Autoimmune Protocol Diet, or other people call it the Autoimmune Paleo Diet, which it is very similar to the paleo diet. It is just much more restrictive. So what I have here is I have my Instapot out. I have my chicken broth here, the second round. So I had deboned the chicken, and then I put the bones and some more veggies in a cheesecloth, made some more, and I'm gonna strain this out into a bowl. Then I'm going to start some chicken pumpkin soup. So I'm gonna saute up some stuff in the Instapot sauteer, then transfer it over here and cook it on low here. Then I'm gonna do some orange chicken over on the stove. So those two I'm gonna do with the chickens. Then we're gonna do some other soups in the Instapot, some muffins, and I have my computer here because I do have all the recipes that I got off some different sites. So instead of printing those out or whatever, I'm going to just link the sites in the description below you can find, and then we can give credit to where those recipes came from. One recipe, I literally took a picture off of Katie's, watching her YouTube. So I will download that picture and add it in there. But it's the carrot ginger soup. That one came from Katie. I just took a picture of it. I think she's got it from somewhere. First thing I'm doing is I did get my Misfits order today. I didn't get my Azure standard order, but I'm already looking in here and seeing, like, I know what I was going to make now from Becky from Acre Homestead. She makes this amazing Amish breakfast casserole, and it is just loaded with potatoes and dairy. So I ordered all this stuff to make that, and you know what? Hopefully all of this stuff will freeze, and whenever I can attempt to see if dairy works for me, I'll pull it out and try it, but I just have to laugh. So, well, we got more mushrooms I can have on AIP. We've got uncured applewood smoked ham. Let's see if this doesn't have any sugar in it. It has brown sugar. Well, this will go in the freezer too. I'm gonna move my list of food onto my computer. I'm gonna have a freezer section and what we can eat section. I got 2 things of cottage cheese, which was for that recipe. That's gonna go into I got pears. I can eat pears. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. I did get some yogurt. I really like this yogurt. So, but I hope this freezes fine. I freeze milk to make yogurt, so we're just gonna freeze those. Wouldn't it be something if if I reacted to dairy? I got some classic hummus, which I'm not sure why I ordered classic hummus. I wonder if this was a gift. I bet this was a gift because I have hummus in my freezer. But let's see what's in hummus. I don't know that we can have chickpeas. I'm gonna have to look. I'll put this in the fridge for now and look if we can have that. If you guys do AIP and you know, leave a comment in the description below in the comment section. Can we have hummus? Otherwise, I'll have to look it up. And if we can't, I have some in the freezer, so I know this freezes fine. But if we can, I will dip veggies in that, because veggies in hummus is great. Cheese. Yes, I know I got lots of cheese. Now this this bacon, let's see, it is applewood, so I have a feeling it's going to have brown sugar in it. Water, salt, culture, celery, sea salt, turbinado sugar. I'm going to check on the turbinado sugar. I'm not sure about that one. Asiago Romano cheese. This really does have a lot of cheese in it. And a Gruyere cheese. A pear! We've got 3 things over here that are awesome. 2 that are questionable. We have to find out. And pretty much almost everything else is going in the freezer. Okay, now I see things I can have. I've got dill. However, the dill, I was going to do some pickled eggs. But that's okay. I can add dill to stuff just for flavoring and buy more when I'm going to do, oops, pickled eggs. We dropped it. Or honestly, by the time I do pickled eggs, I bet my dill will be growing and we will be fine. So yes, I'm going to use this. I can put it in salads, just things, whatever. More celery, because, you know, I certainly don't have enough celery. And a cucumber. So I also heard Katie say she scoops her seeds out of her cucumbers. So I'm going to try that. Yes, I can have avocados. Hallelujah. And ixnay on the potatoes. These I'm just going to have to try to store longer. These I was going to make hash browns out of because hash browns in there. And shallots. Yes, I need shallots for one of my recipes. So that's it. That is what we have. And these are so nice, you guys, in the cold packs. These come with a cold pack in here. I have way too many of them now. So if any of my friends need any, it's great for in the summer, like for me when you have to drive an hour and you need something cold to keep your groceries in. Yes, I pack a cooler, but sometimes my cooler, because I don't go very often, gets super full. So these are awesome. Just keep the ice packs in the freezer and then just take a couple of these along for your cold stuff and keep them in the back of your car. So they're awesome. So I save these, but all these boxes, I gotta get my garage cleaned out. So my friends that are moving, if you need boxes, otherwise I've been trying to break them down and just put in the recycling every week. Some of them, yes, I can use in my garden beds, but others I just need to get rid of. So I'm gonna put this stuff away and then I'm gonna get the chicken broth put into a bowl so I can use what I can use, and then we will start cooking. All right, see you in a minute. Okay, welcome back, friends. My counter is crowded and I am going to do the most that I can today. I am feeling rough. Let me tell you, I think this is already working because I'm feeling detoxified. So I'm going to do as many double recipes as I can. I'm one person that does not mind eating the same thing 2 weeks in a row. If I get tired of it, I just freeze it. But my biggest thing is if I'm cooking it, I'd rather cook a lot and not have to keep cooking. So the first thing we're going to do is this pumpkin chicken soup. Instead of going back and forth from my oven to my counter, I have I'm going to bring you down here now. I have my Instapot and my slow cooker. So I'm going to saute in the Instapot, then dump it into the slow cooker. I will link the recipes below, but like I said, I'm going to double these. In my saute, the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to put 3 tablespoons of coconut oil. So it says 3 tablespoons, so I will do 6. Oh, I must have a package because my mailman is coming up. 5. So we are getting some good fat in here, which actually keeps us nice and full too. So there's 6 tablespoons of coconut oil. And I like to get the big tubs either at Costco. You can get, I know Azure has them. This one I got at Costco. So if you don't have a Costco by you, I can link Azure below. Once again, you'll get $25 off your groceries. And if somebody else signs up, they'll get 25 and then you'll get 25 more. So it's a good way to save on your groceries. And then I'm going to put, it says 5 cloves of garlic. I don't have a problem with extra garlic. So, and I'm doing this the lazy way too. Like I said, I don't feel good. I have this minced garlic from Costco as well. So do what you want to do. I'm doubling it. So I'm going to do 4 big tablespoons. Might be a lot for some of you, but I like garlic. And I think it's a teaspoon, 1 clove. Yeah, 1 teaspoon is a clove. And then ginger, 1-inch piece of ginger, finely chopped and grated. Same. I'm just going to literally put the rest of this ginger that I have in here. 2 shallots or 1 large onion. I have 3 shallots and I have an onion. So since I'm doubling it, I'm going to do 2 shallots and 1 onion. I think I got some new aprons that I get to do an unboxing with for you guys this weekend. So the next time we meal prep, I'm going to unbox some aprons and show. I'm kind of excited about that. I don't usually cook with shallots, but I heard they're sweeter than onions and I'm kind of excited to add them. I love leeks. I'm going to try to grow some leeks this year. See how these shallots do. Oh, you guys, you can hear I'm really out of breath today. I am struggling, but you know what? I'm really gonna plug along. I'm gonna be so happy to have at least some of my food done today. I'm gonna use my chopper because we don't need extra pain with my arm today. So when I get the onions chopped, then I'll turn that on. It says to saute the chicken too, but you know what? My chicken's already cooked and tender, so I don't know if I'm gonna saute. Maybe I'll throw it in at the very end just for flavor. I've been not putting all the skins in my veggies because someone told me it kind of does make them a little bitter for the soup broth. So I've been kind of taking the outer layer of the skins in. I've heard two different things. Some people are like, oh yeah, you can throw the skins in, and other people are like, nah, it makes it bitter. So what do you guys do if you save your onion ends for your broth? Do you to skin or not to skin? That is the question. Comment below and let me know what you guys do. I just take this little layer of skin off, and then I keep that part for my broths. Foresee myself making a lot of broth, since I'm pretty sure I added black pepper in the other one. And hey, you know what? I'm just trying to feel good, so we're gonna try this out, see how it works. And so far, I'm motivated to do it. Come on. Guys, you're just gonna have to bear with me if I'm super klutzy and everything else today. We're just gonna make it work. Make it work. All right, so let's turn that on. Get some good aromatics going in here on saute. Then it says chopped cilantro, basil, sea salt. But I have to see if that's gonna go in there. Shallot, garlic, ginger, and saute medium for 5 to 7 minutes. Add chicken, cilantro, basil, and sea salt, and allow chicken to cook. Okay, so we will chop up the spices, and we'll just add the chicken in at the very end and then throw it into the slow cooker. Generally speaking, these are really easy recipes. Actually, I'm just gonna chop my spices up with scissors. I'm gonna do it the quickest and easiest way ever. So let's let these saute for a few minutes in here with this olive oil. And then while that's sauteing, I'm gonna add into the slow cooker. Let me show you how much of each I'm gonna add this. So I'm gonna add, so it says 3 cups cubed pumpkin, fresh or frozen. Now, I got this canned pumpkin from Misfits. And this is what I'm going to use. I'm going to use it. I just think it'll work just fine because we're going to use what we have in our pantries. So I've got 3 cans. So the 3 cans together should equal 6 cups. It's already pureed. We're going to go with it. I'm going to let you know how it turns out. You guys can use, if you have frozen pumpkin, fresh pumpkin, if you have canned pumpkin. But this is what let me look at the ingredients. I'm sure organic pumpkin. That's all that's in there. Okay, I better make sure there's nothing else in there because it needs to be AIP approved, everybody. I'm really working hard to feel better. I want you to know I even messaged my doctor and let her know I was doing this. The only thing she's not happy, because I told her, I said, I'm not going to take any over-the-counter medications. And I did kind of mention I'm not going to take my over-the-counter allergy medicines either. And she was like, I'm not really agreeing with that, Trina, because I don't want you to end up in the ER with a massive asthma attack. So I was like, I do respect, I honestly, my opinion is, why see doctors if you're not going to respect their opinion? So I do respect her opinion. Here's what I'm thinking. I would like your all opinion, because if you have done this before, any of you, like Katie, I know Katie. I kind of messaged Katie, so I do ask her, I messaged her this morning, I don't feel good. But, anyway, but if any of you have done this, let me know what you think. So here's what I'm thinking. So I do take some allergy nose spray. I am going to stay with that and my asthma inhalers. The things that I don't want to take are like the stuff that gets into my bloodstream. However, I do respect my doctors, and if I start feeling like I get really sick where it's going to, give me an asthma attack, yes, I'll take it, because I also take, I have an allergy herb tincture. I will take that too. I will make sure all of my herbs are AIP approved, because I was feeling horrible. My head, my neck, my back. And I realized I can't use my muscle rub that I made, which works so great, but it has crushed red pepper in it, so I can't use it. So I will make sure that everything in there. Oh, you know what? I don't know if I can have it because I made a tincture with vodka. I mean, I know the vodka's all out of there, but I'm going to have to look into that. Otherwise, that, you know, I'm just going to do what I got to do. So back to this. But I do respect your opinion, and, you know, the goal is to get better, not worse. Definitely not going to end up in an ER, but I really don't want to take any medications. I mean, there are, you know, I take some medications for my POTS, you know, like I have to keep my heart rate down because I get tachycardic, and then I also get really low blood pressure, like I get orthostatic. So when I'd stand up, my blood pressure would drop and then I'd faint. So in order to keep my blood pressure down, some of the medication would drop my blood pressure. So then I would have to take a medication to keep my blood pressure up. So there are some things that I do take for my POTS. Now, mind you, I have decreased that medication by far from what I used to be on. So my ultimate goal is to get off all medications, but you know what? I still take them because like I said, I had over 200 hospital stays, and I don't want to end up in that position again. So, you know, so the things like the Advil and the Tylenol and the things, those are the things that I really don't want to take that I had started taking. All right, then we're going to do 2 cups of full fat coconut milk. This one I got at dessert too, so I'm going to use it. I did buy the other stuff. Ooh, look at that fat in there, you guys. I'm going to use this one too. Oh, yum. Is this coconut milk or yeah, it's coconut. I want to make sure it wasn't coconut cream because it is really thick. Oh my goodness. Misfits has some good stuff, you guys. It is thicky, thick. Man, this is pretty much all cream. I ordered some from Azure too. That is definitely full fat. Okay, so this is sauteed. I'm gonna add some chicken. And then I'm gonna have to wash my hands. I'm just gonna break it up. How much chicken did I need? Oops, I forgot to look. I gotta wash my hands and see how much I need. 1 pound ground chicken. Well, that is definitely more than a pound, and I'm using my leftover chicken. And the reason why I did it with my hands is because I wanted to make sure there were no little bones in there. And I pulled out some skin too that I found. So, okay, and then how much? Oh, so it should have been 2 pounds, which is good because it is closer to 2 pounds. Okay, I feel better now. I was like, whoops, I kind of did a little more. Okay, 1/2 cup chopped cilantro. Okay, so it'll be a cup. I am just gonna scissor it here. I do love cilantro. Oh my goodness. Some people don't. I know a lot of people that don't. My neighbors don't. My aunt could not eat it. She's like, it tastes like soap in my mouth. And if you have that, you guys, there is an actual truth to that. Some people have a chemical reaction to it. There's a protein in your body, and it does cause a chemical reaction that gives you a weird taste from cilantro. You know, if you have that, you're not weird. Well, maybe you are weird, but that's normal. And some people can't eat it. I, for one, love it. I love the smell of it. I love the taste of it. So if you can't eat cilantro, leave it out. So 1 cup because I'm doubling it. 1/2 cup if you're not. There we go. And then we will do a cup of fresh basil. Now, if you guys don't have the fresh, you can go ahead and use the dried. I do dry my own herbs, but since I was in Fargo, I can't wait for my garden, you guys. Since I was in Fargo, I did get the fresh. I'm going to save some of this for my salads. Oh my goodness. Oh, this smells amazing. There is nothing like, if you guys can grow anything, grow some fresh herbs, even in a pot in your house. There is nothing that makes your food taste better than just adding some fresh herbs to it. I am not kidding you. That makes it taste like you are a gourmet chef. Even if you just top a salad with them, or like this, you put them in some soup, rub some on some meat. Just that little tip. And I have to tell you, I know I've said this before, but when I've gone out to eat with my kids, I am not really even that impressed anymore. When I cook with good food, when you get good food and you cook with it, it just doesn't even compare. Salt. I took out my big thing of salt because I know I'm gonna have to refill this. So salt is 2.5 teaspoons. So that's like a tablespoon. literally just gonna take it out of here. So I'm just gonna put a nice heaping tablespoon, maybe just a tad more in there. So I know that pumpkin is not salted either, so I'll keep that spoon on top of the salt. That's it for this. I'm gonna mix it up. I'm gonna turn off this, cancel, and I'm gonna throw this. Oh, and in here, I forgot I need to add chicken broth. 2 cups chicken stock or broth. Oh, and this had the 2-inch lemongrass, so I did put some lemon zest in here too. If you remember on our shopping, I could not find the lemongrass. So let me pour out 4 cups. Gotta get a measuring cup here. So 4 cups of chicken stock broth, whatever you have here. And now I'm gonna mix this up, and then I'm gonna show you what it looks like. Oh, I gotta put the other stuff in there too. Ha ha ha, just kidding. Just kidding, everybody. All right, I gotta add this into it. Oh yeah, there. I was like, that doesn't smell that great. Let's put the good stuff in. I actually, you know what? I do smell a little bit of the lemon in here, so that's good. Just a tinge. Oh yes. Let me show you guys. Look at the color of that. Now I'm gonna cook this on low for about an hour, and then we'll make sure it's all blended up nicely. Oh, look at that. That looks amazing. I know it's not really soup season, but hey, this is, sometimes people eat these for breakfast. This is a good breakfast on AIP because, you know, we don't have eggs and things like that, but, oh, wait, I forgot something else. It said 4 cups of greens too. So let me see if I put that right in. Okay. Like kale and spinach. Oh my gosh, there's more to it. 4 cups leafy greens, spinach, kale, or chard. Fold in your leafy greens until they begin to wilt. Do I put the greens in now? Or do I wait till, I mean, it's only really gonna cook on low an hour. I'm gonna put them in. I'll let you know how that works. You guys let me know what you would have done. I'm honestly not going to be watching this. And then I got to clean this up and move on to the next. I feel a little overwhelmed right now. It says 4 cups. So I'm going to do 4 cups of kale because we're going to do 8. Kale for sure takes a little bit longer than spinach. I knew I bought so much kale for a reason. Not just to eat. I really like to eat healthy. Sometimes it's just like cooking it is work, but having it all made is going to be good. Do I have this turned on? So many choices, you guys. I don't know what to have today. We'll see. Okay, so that's 4. I'm going to add 4 of spinach because why not? I barely even to put a dent in the bag that I have, and I have a whole nother one. Okay, let's add some spinach. Okay. I will, you can kind of see it, but I'll show you once I mix it. See if you can, see when I mix it up. Oh, this is really, I mean, I'm not one to have ever, I don't think I've ever made pumpkin soup. It's got some really good flavors. Let me know, is this something you guys would try? I think that looks good. What do you think? Something different, and here you go. Looks really healthy. Okay, so I'm gonna let this one go for an hour. I'm gonna straighten up here a little bit, and then I'm gonna move on to the orange chicken since I have the chicken out already. That will be over at the stove. So I'm gonna see what I need for that. Get this other stuff out of the way so I can not panic. I'm also going to do the carrot soup in that too, so I'm going to see what I need out for that. Okay, welcome back. So my phone is going to need to charge soon, so I'm going to try to get this soup going, this carrot ginger soup in the Instapot because it needs to pressure cook, and then we're just going to blend it up. This is another super easy, quick one. So in the Instapot, I have 2 yellow onions that I have on saute, and I'm just going to put a tad of the broth just so it doesn't stick. While that sautés for about 3 to 5 minutes, I'm going to continue to cut up my carrots. So when I have organic carrots here, I don't peel them. I just wash them. So the recipe calls for 6. I'm doubling again. So I'm going to do 12 carrots, and I'm literally just chopping them up like this because they're going to be pressured for like 5 minutes in my Instapot. And then I'll take an immersion blender afterwards and blend it up. This is the one that I saw Katie make. It looked really good. She said it was a big hit with her entire family. Her kids loved it too, so she will be making this one again. So I'm just chopping these up. And then after this sautés for about 3 to 5 minutes, we are going to add, and this is when I have the picture of the recipe, so I'll try to just attach the picture in here. And then we're going to add 1 garlic clove, which I'll just do a tablespoon of my minced garlic. Y'all do you. If you got garlic to chop, you go right ahead. I'll put that in there. Some ginger. So ginger, it says tablespoon of ginger. I didn't have any fresh ginger root. Mine all dried up that I grew, so I just got this. I'm going to do same. I'm going to do a tablespoon of this. Is that a tablespoon? So I'm going to do 2 because I'm doubling it. We're going to let that saute for 1 minute. And then we're going to turn the saute off. Smells so good, you guys. 3 cups of vegetable broth. I'm going to use the chicken broth that I have. I knew there was broth in there. So this is 4. I'm doubling it, so I'm going to do 6. Woo! Without spilling. 6. And if you want to keep it vegetarian, you can go ahead and just use vegetable broth. Like I said, I'm using what I have. Then 1 1/4 cups of full fat coconut milk. This is the one I got at Walmart that didn't have the gargum. So 2.5. Oh, nope. Nope. Hold up. This goes in after we immersion blend it. Oh, Trina, think. Okay, so 2 tablespoons of fresh thyme. I don't have any fresh thyme, so I'm going to do, I would normally do 4, but I'm just going to do 2 tablespoons of the dried. So 1, maybe I'll do 3. There we go. And I'm going to start putting these carrots in here. So 6 carrots if you're doing 1, 12 if you're doing double. Trina's making a mess again. Nobody's shocked. And then we're just going to pressure this for 5 minutes. And then when it comes out, we will immersion blender it. And then we'll add the coconut milk. Yes, ma'am. Okay, so I'm going to get this going. See if I have enough battery to do the orange chicken. Actually, you know what? I have to squeeze, so I don't... Oh, what happened to my Instapot here? And then I'm going to squeeze some oranges because I need some orange juice for the orange chicken. And I didn't buy orange juice. I have some oranges from Misfits last time, and I'm going to squeeze them. And then we'll make that orange chicken. And then I'm going to charge my phone and take a rest and probably have one of these things to eat because I've just had my bone broth and my matcha today. All right, see you soon. Okay, so for the last one that I am going to do for now, we'll see if I get to, I'd like to do the muffins, but I'm getting a little worn out. I'm going to take a break, and whether I do them today or later or tomorrow. So I'm going to put a couple tablespoons, this is 1 to 2 tablespoons, since I'm probably doubling this, we'll see, of olive or avocado oil. I'm using avocado oil in the pan to get it heating. And then garlic. So it's a clove of garlic. You know, I'll just do a nice heaping tablespoon there. And then it says about 1 inch minced of ginger. So I will do about a tablespoon of ginger as well. While that is heating in my bowl, I want to let you know it calls for a 1/2 cup, but I'm doubling it. So a cup of orange juice. I did fresh squeezed. That's what I had. I had oranges. I didn't have orange juice. 6 tablespoons of coconut aminos and a tablespoon of maple syrup in here. Let me make sure I wasn't missing anything else. And 2 tablespoons of apple cider vinegar. I kind of thought there was something else. So 2 tablespoons of apple cider vinegar as well. So while this heats up, then we're going to add our chicken. Now the recipe actually calls for, I'm going to go with my hands again to make sure I don't have any bones or skin, because here's a bone I see right there. It calls for ground chicken. I know some people have used ground turkey, but this is what I have because I made that bone broth, and so I'm going to use it. I think this will work just fine. You use what you have, but if you have ground meat, that works well. I am finding little teensy bones in here, so I'm glad I'm doing it this way. And then I'm just going to mix this up in here, get it heated up. And then after it gets heated up, I'm going to pour my sauce in here and get that heated. And then I'm going to put about a tablespoon of arrowroot powder. Now it says tapioca, but I have arrowroot, which I did check, and that is AIP approved. So that's what I'm going to use. And then I am just going to put this over some cauliflower rice. So I think that will be delicious. I saw somebody else make some mashed broccoli and put it over it. So you can do whatever you like, but I did get that riced cauliflower yesterday, so I thought that would be really good. And here will be another meal prepped. And what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to keep 1 or 2 servings of this in the fridge, and then I'm going to freeze individual serving sizes so that I can just have a quick meal to pull out of this. And I'll probably do that with the soups as well. Since I doubled everything, I just have little individual bowls I can freeze up as well. I know you guys might think this is gross, but I would rather not have any bones in my food, and I can wash my hands. And you know, cooked meat doesn't bother me. I don't know, I just am not really a big fan of touching raw meat. So there we go. All right, let me go wash my hands, and then we will mix this up and get the sauce in here. And sea salt. Forgot a little bit of sea salt in there. So there are quite a bit of different options we can have here too, besides just meat and vegetables. Kind of what I was doing. I don't mind meat and vegetables. I have leftover meat and vegetables in my fridge, so I don't mind that either, but it is kind of nice to have little options. And I don't really need to get my chicken cooked because it's already cooked, so I'm going to go ahead and try to dump this in. I have a couple of orange seeds in here. I'm going to try to not get in there. If I do, it's not the end of the world. Some people believe the life is in the seed and it's not bad to eat them. I actually put a little bit less maple syrup in here. I thought it was going to be super sweet, especially since these coconut aminos I got are really sweet as well. So I'm just going to let this come up to a little bit of a high heat, and then I have this arrowroot powder that I did get on Amazon, and I'll just add a little bit of this to it, and I think that's just going to help it thicken. And then I will put this over some rice, and I think I'll just pair it. I think I might just pair it with either some broccoli or, you know, I have all those greens, so I might just have a side salad with it. And there we have it. This will be the orange chicken. Thanks for watching, you guys. If I don't do any more today, then I hope you guys have a wonderful weekend. Be blessed. And here's to eating to your health. Okay, well, one last thing I wanted to do is let's finish up this carrot ginger soup. Let's recap here. Oops, we need to, it's steaming, but I don't think it's quite finished here. Oh, I can smell it, you guys. It smells so good. So while that's steaming, let's recap real quick. So we have going in the slow cooker, we have the pumpkin chicken soup. We made the orange chicken. Yesterday I did the meat with the mushrooms and onions, and I did add some kale and spinach to that. And then here we have carrot and ginger soup that I'm gonna blend and add the coconut milk to. I do want to do some of the muffins. I have a zucchini cauliflower creamy soup to do. I have some other things I do, and a couple kinds of muffins and things to have. Muffins isn't one thing I would have every day, but if I just kind of wanted something quick to grab and, you know, for breakfast, that is something I would have. My poor Instapot has been through it. I'm gonna have to probably invest in another one pretty soon. But for now, it is hanging in there. It gets a lot of use. And my slow cooker too. Both of these two things. I think I'm gonna have to save up for those. It is boiling, boiling. So here's what it looks like before we blend it. Whoop, you got all steamed up there. And now I'm just gonna take my immersion blender here. See if I can bring you over without steaming you up here. And I'm just gonna don't have an immersion blender, you certainly can use a blender. I just love this. To me, it's easier than taking boiling soup. I don't have a really good blender either, so this works so much better for me. Oh, you guys, it smells so good. I think I'm gonna have some of this for a little bit for, really haven't had a breakfast. I've just had broth, so I'm gonna have some of this, I think. And then we're gonna add, actually I might use it just to blend. Then we're gonna add this full fat coconut milk. Let me show you what it looks like here. All right, you guys, let's see. Look at this. I'm just gonna put it in a mug, let it cool off, and drink it. But I will try a little tiny bite with you on I will try a little tiny bite. I know it's going to be hot, but let's see. Oh yeah, it is really good. It's kind of got a sweetness to it and that little bit of ginger. Mm-hmm. That is good. Now, if you don't like carrots, you're not going to like it. But I like carrots, and that is really yummy. Okay, you guys, be blessed. Have a great day. We'll see you later with some more meal preps. But this is a good start, I think, for my AIP week. So as I was cleaning up, here is what I have been putting away. So for the fridge, I have just the orange chicken. I haven't paired this with any cauliflower rice. I have 2 bowls here of the pumpkin chicken soup. And then I have a big container and another big container of the pumpkin chicken soup that I am going to freeze. And each of these have about 3 servings in them. The bottom one has a little more. This I took a bite of. Oh my gosh, this is so good. The fresh herbs just add so much to the soup. So these 2 are going in the freezer. This is a serving of steak and vegetables. I still have 2 servings in the fridge of steak and vegetables for this week. This is, I added some cauliflower rice, the AIP orange chicken, and another one. There is 3 meals there to go into the freezer. So 1, 2, 3, and then, you know, a whole bunch of soup. This carrot soup has to be packaged up. It's super hot still. I took this out of the Instapot to let it cool. And once that cools, I will package that up to have some for the fridge, and then I'll put some in the freezer. I am a bit worn, so I think I'm gonna hold it there for today. I think I'm definitely good for the week, and we will cook some more. All right, you guys?